I just started. Alright, I got water. Thank you for that. Hi! Uh, yeah, I'm doing a tier list. Why? Out of pure boredom, honestly. I kind of wanted to rant about Pokemon for a little bit. Um, but also, I have been enjoying Pokemon for a long time, and I kind of want to, like, you know, do something dumb once in a while. Will this be a consistent thing? We'll see. We'll see. But I got a few things for this. One, I've tried looking for a proper tier list. It was hard to find one, surprisingly, especially for normal Pokemon, because who the fuck likes normal Pokemon? But the thing is, I also have the normal Pokemon type chart here. And the thing is, I'm counting Pokemon that are also normal flying. But I will not be counting Pokemon that later down the line are like a certain typing. Nuzlocke when? I'm more into Soul Links because Nuzlocks make me cry. But I will see to trying to do a 3-way Soul Link one day with me and my friends, if we can coordinate that well. But until then, yes, I will be counting Pokemon with normal typing in their thing. However, I will be ranking these guys based on how well they use the no. Yes, but I want someone else to suffer with me, Turtle. Okay, I don't like suffering alone. It's suffering with extra steps. But yeah. I'm also in a my streaming VC, so there are people who could potentially just kind of come in here and be Goo Gremlins and all that shit. Just fair warning. So people can come in and kind of like shit talk me while I'm doing my thing. That being said, how I'm gonna be ranking these is based on my experiences. I've done what's it called? Monotype runs. I've done monotype runs with pretty much every typing, and I'm finishing one last monotype run as we speak with the grass type variant. And while I'll be doing this tier list, I'll also be revealing my placement in the list out of all the Pokemon, what I think the ranking for these Pokemon would be for me. And spoilers, it's not last place. I know, crazy. Normal types not at last place? Yes! I'm insane, but I'll explain why sooner or later. For now, let's go ahead and start with the first normal Pokemon on the list, Pidgey, and their evolutionary line. So, I'm gonna count the Mega Evolutions as well. Thank you, Quanchy, for the raid! I hope your stream went well. That's good. Yeah, you were playing Final Fantasy. I'm surprised. But, glad you enjoyed yourself. You're getting into the first discussion of what is good game. I'm vibing, Quib. But yeah, we're actually going to be starting with talking about the Pidgeotto line. And I'm not gonna put every Pokemon up here. I'm gonna mostly just go for their final evolutions if they have it, or my personal preference on their forms. But I'm gonna start with Pidgey. I'll put his Mega in a different tier because we didn't have their Mega for a while. So we'll start with Pidgey. I'm putting Pidgeot in D tier. I've had worse, but I've 100% had better normal Pokemon. And with Pidgeot in particular, I don't know. I don't like a lot of its overall stuff as an early game bird. I don't like a lot of its hidden, like a lot of its abilities. Its moveset's kind of out there. And I kind of like the design of Pidgeotto more. Like, I thought Pidgeotto was the final evolution, but no, it's Pidgeot. And I get it's a reference to Pidgey and all that, but like... Yeah. Actually, let me double check. Yeah. Interestingly enough, it has a various moveset of mostly flying types, with the normal moves... Well, normal moves being normal moves. There's not really a lot of them. And the ones that it learns, it's like, oh, here's Substitute for the 9th time in a row. Oh, here's 2 physical moves that do damage. And Pidgeot himself is more towards a physical attacker. But it's like not even that much of a difference. I forgot, what was his Mega? Yeah. Oh yeah, for some reason his Mega is a special attacker. Which is interesting because you would think people would use Pidgeot now they got Mega Evolve, so Mega Pidgeot, right? It's just Pidgeot, but now you have now you know what he plays as. There's millennia of different Pokemon that are better than that. Like, I'm sorry to Pidgeot, especially its Mega. Hold on. Sorry about that, family interruptions. Anyways, what was that rate? It's just a special attacker now. And yeah, there's a good couple of moves, and Hurricane's gonna be like pretty godly, but there's literally like a dozen other fucking Pokemon that you can use your Mega Stone on. Also, a lot of people play him with Brave Bird, so it's interesting to say, really. Now we have the Rat Bitch. Ratata. Also, I'm sorry if you see a lot of double up. It's weird. I think it's to show the different forms, but yeah, we know where he's going. Yeah, let's put his cousin down here too. Actually, he's more of the higher tier shit in comparison to his cousin. Hyperfang's interesting. That's it. He got nothing else to his name. Like, look at this little shit. His hidden ability is Hustle. And sure, he has decent speed for what he is. But like, what's he really get? Like, why does the rat know Shadow Ball but doesn't have the special attack to use? All his moves are physical or dark based. Alright, normal or dark based, which, yeah, is a good normal representative, but like, it's still Raticate. He's not gonna function. He doesn't even have the HP stat either, too, which is hilarious, because you'd think this big chunky boy would have a tank stat of some kind. No! It doesn't! Elonikate's no better. The difference is he gets a slightly better HP at the cost of speed. Does he learn any better moves? No, not really, no. I can't say he's... Okay, Internet, when you like to not shit on yourself for 5 seconds, because, Okay, I literally had the music go away. I'm gonna have to replay, goddammit. There we go. It's fixed. Whew. Anyways, yeah. But yeah. The difference now is that he's 4 times weak to the one Pokemon you're gonna see constantly. Fighting types. And, like, I'm sorry, but every time I've captured Eradicate, I just throw him into the bucket. That's it. Okay, Pharaoh. Pharaoh isn't bad. And by that, I mean, holy shit, He's supposed to be the better Pidgey, but any Pokemon's better than Pidgey. Like, it's supposed to represent Pharaoh, and, like, he has Drill Run. It's a ground-type move, which is interesting, and... I'm sorry, no. No. Like, any Pokemon's better than this. He has decent... He's good with attack and speed, but... I don't know. I think because of the fact that Pidgey's design is also a lot better in comparison. I think that's why I also like him more. But, that being said... Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. I don't think I've ever, like, cared about Pharaoh in his life. You know, it's also probably a good idea that I talk about the younglings as well. Because the younglings do get some recognition. Now I think about it, because let's be honest, there's Jigglypuff, and we had Jigglypuff for a while, but we also had Wigglytuff afterwards. And then we also had Meowth for a while that people don't ever evolve. So, I'll give credit where credit's due with this one. Pidgey is actually C tier. But that's because you use him early game, and that's it. You help him clear, like, a few challenging fights, and that's it. And Pidgeot's in the same boat. Rattata is the same as his joke counterpart with his brother. Difference is they got mustaches, so... And Sparrow, he's just better. He is better Pidgey, truthfully speaking. Like, everyone gets a Sparrow because you're usually going to trade him out for a different Pokemon because you didn't choose Bulbasaur. You probably chose, like Charmander because everyone wanted Charmander. And let's be honest, Charmander was a lot of people's choices. For me, it was Blastoise. But let's be honest. Charmander was likely the Pokemon you grabbed first. And you cannot lie to me. Because you heard fire, and you're like, ooh, arson. Okay, Jigglypuff. So Jigglypuff is in Smash. But, in terms of stats for Jigglypuff, I never really used Jigglypuff, not really had a chance. He is beefy. They are made of beef, and a good chunk of them have become added with the Fairy type when the Fairy type came out. They kind of use the stall, basically, especially since Wigglytuff exists. Yeah, see, stall with surprisingly no good defenses, but really good fucking special attack, which I would guess makes sense because Wigglytuff just sings. And it does get a lot of voice moves, so I can give it credit where credit's due. That being said, we'll start with Wigglypuff, the Jigglypuff, this little bitch right here. And I'll be blunt, and I will put him in C tier. I will say, though, Wigglytuff does get more higher props, and I will put him in B tier. But I'm actually going to put Jigglypuff right around here. Again, anything's better than Pidgey. It's a matter of law. I think Wigglytuff gets a pass because it has a lot of bulk and it has a lot of special attack utilizing its special attack abilities. But its defenses are dog shit. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay. Thank God. I accidentally clicked my little mouse button. Which is ironic because we're going to go talking about Meowth next. Meowth, he is a good boy. Meowth got a lot of reiterations. I think he got 2 reiterations. One where he became a steel type and one became a dark type. Yeah, I remember that. And he also got Dynamax form, but so did like Pikachu. So that being said, I can't even be mad at Meowth. The boy is just existing. Oh, what? Okay. That was my bad. There we go. The boy just exists. But he's not like a bad Pokemon. Actually, from what I remember... Yeah, I actually used Meowth and he saved me on several occasions with the runs. Right, because of his speed. I forgot about that. Yeah, he deadass saved my runs because of his speed. And from what I remember... Yeah, he was also really good with, like, tricking opponents and everything, switching in. He was an overall good Pokemon. So let's give credit where credit's due. Meowth, regular Meowth, I'll put you in C tier, and above Pidgey, again, better than Pidgey. Most Pokemon are better than Pidgey. Dynamax form him? Dynamax form him? I'm gonna actually put in D tier. You're not gonna have a Meowth just to make him into the long cat meme. In that, there's like a lot of other Pokemon that are better. Actually, yeah, let's put him like more over here. As for Persian, you're up there with Wigglytuff, but I'm gonna put Wigglytuff above you because, again, Wigglytuff's a good wall. You're only good at faking. So yeah, Farfetch. I have a love-hate relationship with this thing. I don't think it's awful. But I like what they've done with him later down the line. With, like, Farfetch, the, I believe it was Galarian? Yeah, Galarian version, where he was a fighting type, and he became a better fighting type. And the fact that he's here, just existing with the little stick, I'm like... thinking to myself... You're just another bird. You're a duck. You're supposed to be this duck Pokemon. But I will put him in E tier. Solely because of the fact that I like the idea of his item that he usually drops. His item being the leak, which increases crit damage. Increased crit odds, I believe. I also do like a lot of the people who design him in Pokemon Infinite Fusion. It's surprisingly interesting. But your Galarian forms are a lot better. You're not awful by any means, but like these shits down here. Doduo and Dotrio. Doduo and Dotrio are not bad, actually. It's interesting how they're a flying type, but they don't have wings. They're actually supposed to represent both a Doduo... not Doduo. They're supposed to represent, basically, dodo birds, but they more represent the kiwi birds. And for those who don't know what kiwis are, they're the little birds that went extinct because they couldn't fly. And they were nubby and small, and they look like chickens. That being said, I actually would put Doduo right around here. And Dotrio actually goes in A tier. I say this because with Dotrio, it is deceptive when it comes to a lot of things. As you can see here, its attack and speed, it's null to fucking the whole ground immunity. And because, you know, it's a flying type, Usually got the resistance to its weakest bitch, fighting. And the thing is, I like its moveset a lot more. Sure, it knows a lot of other things, but it recently learned Stomping Tantrum, Lunge, and Lunge is a really fucking good move to throw your enemies off track. And it learns Try Attack if you basically give it the egg move, which I find it funny because you're not expecting a special attack move on a physical attacker. But it makes sense because it's a triple-headed bird. I also like this design. It's like pissed, like really pissed, pissed, semi-pissed. It's just interesting. So yeah, I actually like the duo more. Like out of all the bird Pokemon in the first gen, he was my favorite. Oh, Licky Licky. Oh, I hate you. You're not a bad Pokemon, I will admit. Like, from what I remember using of you, you actually were a pretty good, well, decent wall, but until, well, Lickitung. I keep forgetting about Licky Licky. But, like, why? MusicBot, would you like to not shoot yourself again? Eventually, I would like you to, like, you know, bounce back from your mistake. Is this why people use, like, other stuff for this? Thank you. But, like, I don't like Lickitung. Like, at all. But I'm not gonna say he's the worst of worst. I'll just say he's semi-worst. But we'll put him at least above Pharaoh. Chansey. Moving on. I'm sorry, Chansey's a wall. Like, they're a wall. You're not getting past the wall. And then Blissey came along, and then everything got screwed to shit. Like, Chansey's just too good. The fact that they have Soft Boil, Wish, stalling strats, they are fucking mess of society. And Blissey will later on, I'll show... Actually, yeah, where's Blissey? Here you are. Blissey, hi. I'm not a stall user. I hate stall. I cannot deny Blissey is terrifying. Blissey is a terrifying Pokemon. And I will go to over here. Where the fuck are you? You see that? It got HP stat 255. You know what moves it learns? All this shit. You wanna know what other moves it can learn? All this shit over here. I'm still scrolling down. It can even learn Trick. You wanna know why the rats are in F tier? Because they don't have anything to their name. Especially McShit over here, who's doubly weak to fighting types. Like, why would you give Dark Normal? Why would you make Dark Normal a thing? And have it get doubly clapped by a normal type. By a fighting type. Also, to me, it has one of the uglier designs. Like, sure, Gen 1 Pokemon were basic bitches when it comes to the designs. But, like, for God's sake. We have Rat, Fat Rat, Rat with its... Rat from Alola, and Fat Rat from Alola. Yay, good so can 90% of the Pokemon on these lists. Difference is you're torturing yourself with the Rattata-ta-ta-ta-ta. Also, Endeavor strats, I understand, but like... I like the fact these rats are fat. You didn't say I have to give a good compliment. But yeah, the rats just... I just don't like the rats, especially since... Like, sure, there's Endeavor strats, but like, I could just do that with like... Iron. And it has sturdy and makes the strat work a lot better. Anyways, where was I? Right. Talking about the monster egg creature here. Yeah. Knows a lot of moves, so it can cover a lot of surprises and everything. HP stacked. Yeah, but you didn't tell me how to give a good compliment. So fuck you. Anyways. I told you I would start rambling. But yeah, as you can see, egg creature gets bigger. So can we find a child predecessor? Is it even on this list? Or is it... Yeah, here it is. Well, it's smaller version of it, but it's like not terrible. Actually, no, it's actually kind of worse. It's like useless until you evolve it. So kind of going E here. Like the reason you have this here is because of the fact that you're trying to evolve it to make it God. Is God even on this list? Oh yeah, God's on this list. We'll talk about God soon. Speaking of gods, here is the actual go for Gen 1 for a lot of us, including myself. Genghis Khan here. I'm actually going to put him in S tier, like right around here. And we're going to put his form above this god, just because it kind of looks funny, actually, now I do this. I'm sorry, but Genghis Khan is the GOAT. Like, the fact that they got a lot of good moves for their stats are fairly great, and their mega is basically just nightmarish if no one's prepared. And the mega is just even better. Like, it's never gonna see like complete competitive play. You're never gonna see this like in the top of the top. But like, it's good for what it is, to say the very least. It's just a really good one-stage evolution Pokemon. And it shows. Now for Tauros, I have a lovely relationship with Tauros, but I must admit its Paldanian forms are a lot better. That being said, I still have to give my boy Tauros some credit, and I will put him in C tier right here. Solely because of the fact that when I collect him, he is just like my best boy. And he loads a lot of good moves, but again, Paldanian forms outbeat him, Genghis Khan, fucking all the other Pokemon above him just kind of outbeat him. So yeah, just like... I feel so bad because I want to rank him higher, but he's not as good as he is. My poor boy. Now, Ditto. I'm sorry, but if you've ever seen Ditto strategies, they are terrifying. Especially since Ditto recently got an update to where it has another ability called Imposter, where it just transforms automatically into the Pokemon. Which is just disgustingly terrifying. And I also like the fact that this is basically a failed Mew clone. So it's kind of funny to see. Oh wait, there's Igglybuff. I forgot about Igglybuff. Yeah, same thing with this bitch. Actually, I kind of like Igglybuff more. They're tossable in Smash, so it's kind of funny. Anyways, where was I? Right. But yeah, Ditto is just terrifying to see. Eevee. Eevee. I'm actually going to put him in B tier. And above Persian. Only because of the fact that I've liked playing games where I just get an Eevee and I can evolve him later on. That's most of the reason why you get an Eevee. But I do also like the fact that Eevee is just like the staple. You don't know if they're a dog or a cat, but they definitely look like a dog, but they have evolutions that look like a cat. And the only reason I'm putting him at B tier is because, well, it's just... dare you do that to Fennec? Look! Eevee can be really good. It's just... I've never been the one who uses that. I've liked other normal types more. But, by the way, for those who think the the Dynamax form is going to get any love, you're right, but not too much. Probably going to be, like, right around here. I've never really cared about using the Dynamax form for Eevee. Unless I'm, like, doing an Eevee only run, but, like, even then, I was, like, usually do the mono runs. Actually, more like right here. There we go. We got the Morgans coming out, so I'm gonna have to rank all of them. Wait, where's Licky? There's a Licky. Licky, you only go up here. As mentioned, I only like him better because of the design. He got a Beeb. But yeah, Porygon's next. We got the Porygon line we're gonna work with. I've never understand Porygon. I've never had. Like, I don't think I've properly used a Porygon ever. And I kind of have to, like... I might need to phone a friend. Hold on. Let me see if I can phone a friend. Where is he? I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but like... I don't know. Every time I just... I've never been great with using Eevee. Like, most of my luck kind of sucks with Eevee, and I just transform him instantly into whatever typing I want. Oh, God. I'll kick you again, Music Bot. Don't you tempt me. I'm just also gonna say this. I've not really played every single Pokemon, but I have basically used it in like brain fart. But Eevee's not horrible. Again, it's just compare. Can you really say Eevee is like as good as Kangaskhan or Ditto or Blissey? No, you really can't. You can say all this other stuff, but like in terms of like power, a little bit Eevee is a lot better than all the Pokemon down here. Okay, how about this? If you if I get one person in VC to pop in, I will change them to, I'll change them to at least A tier.
He belongs in fucking S tier, you piece of shit.
The fact you just appeared as soon as I say this.
Eevee belongs in fucking S tier. There's nothing you can do otherwise.
I'll put
it. Has aesthetics about it. One of the classic Pokemon of all time. One of the best designs considering it was a first gen mod. Had debatably the most unique evolution mechanic ever since the beginning. And to top it all off, you get your choice of 8 different Pokemon you can evolve it into. It is the best Pokemon to ever exist. It belongs in S tier.
I'll move it to A, and that is my final verdict, because when you said mechanics, that just proves something else for me. The main reason you get Eevee is just to change into something else.
No, the main reason you get Eevee is because it's a cute, cuddly bastard. I have said my piece and I bid you adieu.
I'll keep him in A tier. I'll keep him in A tier, honestly. Because the other thing is, I love the other forms as well. They're a lot better in my opinion. And sure, Eevee's cute. I will not deny Eevee's cute, but like, let's be honest. Shut it up. Like, I cannot compare Eevee to Genghis in this comparison. It's, like, unfair for me. Mentally, at least. Like, what do you want me to say? Oh, I can't cuddle Genghis, that's why he should be in D tier or some shit. Like, no. I'm being realistic with myself. Besides, I will evolve him every time to become a Jolteon, because Jolteon is my cuddle child. He is my baby. He is my... So, but I don't know. I can't say that with, like, Eevee. I don't know. Eevee's cute. I will not deny that, but I can't put him in S tier. Like, genuinely speaking. I'll put him in A tier. I'll keep him in A, but I genuinely cannot see him in S. I'm gonna get fucking canceled for this. I'm just saying. I like Eevee, but like, I cannot see you. Fuck you, quit. You're in like 2 of my campaigns. I'll put him high A tier. Will that be acceptable? It's pretty much S tier. Okay, motherfucker, I'm drinking. 1 sec. Ugh. Have to drink up your cookies. Ha! That's what I prepared for. You can't waterboard me, motherfucker. I've solely prepared for this moment. Alright. Alright, I'm keeping Eevee at top A. Okay? That's where I'm keeping him. He's great. He's a good boy. But I cannot genuinely see him in S tier. For a few reasons. Only because I really would just switch to turning him into a Jolteon. Or like whatever Eevee I need, essentially. Quincy, you piece of shit! You fucking... you know I can see your Twitter feed sometimes, motherfucker. I'm gonna move on because people are gonna continuously get me. Alright, I'm gonna move on before I start getting blasted. Oh god. Alright, so... Porygon. Bailiff smack his baby. I'm moving on! There's like so many more Pokemon we're going through. Goddamn! You're getting mad because of Eevee. I like Eevee. I do, but like, I always switch him into Jolteon. Or like whatever other Eevee I need. Like... I'm not a player! I'm not a player in any D&D campaign. You guys are fucking... Just put it on. Okay, Porygon, please. Let's just move on. Jesus. Anyways, we're gonna put Porygon down here. Oh no, so I had to call Quibbly technical support, because I never played with Porygon personally, but from what I've been told, mediocre stats and bad speed, and it's from what let me see its moveset now that I think about it. Where's Porygon? There it is. Yeah, from what he says, yeah. Its evolutions definitely are needed. It does have a lot of interesting visuals, hey? I'm getting fucking on Twitter. I'm not changing my answer, though. High A is where it's going. High A is where it'll stay. But as for Porygon himself, I kind of don't like. Okay, so one thing I will say, I don't like the design of Porygon personally, and I'm one of the people who grew up kind of seeing the fucking Pokemon reruns essentially of the first season, and I had to see the first the one episode with the seizure event, and that's not enough to bring me to put this guy into F tier. No. But as in Gen 1, I believe you can evolve him. I'm putting him in E tier, but high E. Because overall, he's not the worst of the worst event in Pokemon. It's just, he's weird. He does have interesting movesets, but like... For Porygon 2... I just don't like how the fuck they call it, like, Porygon and Porygon 2. Okay, the stats are definitely a lot better. Special attack and actually can tank a bit on either side. Still weak to fighting, but... Still got an interesting moveset. What's its ability again? So again, you can get traced, copies the ability's full, download, adjust power according to weapons, defense. That's not terrible. That's actually not that bad. Does get better. And again, it knows some interesting moves. It's supposed to be the sciencey Pokemon, go Link Bank and all that shit. Probably would put him in C tier. Maybe like right about here. Because I also value how quickly you can use these Pokemon as well. And then there's Porygon Z. So, okay, so we went from Porygon 2 to then Porygon Z, like an episode of Dragon Ball Z, I guess. Special attack's on point with this one, though. Like 135, like, goddamn. Still gets the same moveset, still gets everything, Hyper Beam and all that. And still gets the same stuff. The adaptability on this one would be interesting. I probably should pick up a Porygon if I'm able to evolve into Porygon Z. Because that'd be an interesting time to use it. Where's Porygon Z? If I saw it. There it is. I haven't properly used it, so I can't say if I really would use it over a lot of other Pokemon. But I will put him at least in B tier, just until I can actually use him one day. I will say that's fair. Now, Snorlax, the sun. Before we put him, we gotta get his previous evolution. Where's Munchlax? There it is. It's weird how you have to evolve him. And Munchlax himself doesn't really boast a lot, so I'm gonna put Munchlax himself in D tier. That being said, Snorlax in S tier. I'll say this. When everyone's been wanting, like, plushies of, like, Eevee, I've been wanting a fucking beanbag of Snorlax. A sweater, a onesie. I've been wanting this stuff of Snorlax. Because he is just the embodiment of a mood of, I just want to go to bed, man. I don't want to deal with this shit no more. And I'm with it. I'm with it. I just want to be... I just want to resemble him. Also, his movesets are insane. As well as his Z move is one of my favorites. Because if anyone's ever seen what a Z move of his looks like... let me just properly pull it up right here. Yeah, he just suddenly decides I can stand. Yeah, like, he's like suddenly, I have awoken. So, yeah. Snorlax, my boy. As for his thing, I'm actually going to put this in A tier. Out of all the normal Dynamax, I like the look of this one because he just has a tree on his stomach and he's like, well, this is my life now. At least I got snacks. Cetrin. And Furret. Okay. This is going to sound weird, but Cetrin is going in F. But, like, he's kind of, like, right here. And Furret is going here, and there's only one reason he's going here, and that's because of his design. Furret is adorable. I like little creatures like it. Like, look at you fucking you. I like these kinds of creatures, but like in terms of Pokemon that I use, never using Furret again. Just never. Like, holy hell. God, we have so many. And, like, the thing is with Furret is, I don't dislike him. I'm just never gonna try him again. Because every time I get one, and then I get to Furret, he dies very quickly. And I just... there's not a lot for me. Belly Dronum is funny, but... not for me. Oh, hey, we get to my least favorite bird in the line. Yes, I don't like Hoot Hoot. And I don't like his evolved form, Noctowl. Because it could have clearly been a Psychic Flying type. It should have been a Psychic Flying type. The fact that the owl is not Psychic, and I can't believe I'm saying this. The fact the owl is not only not Psychic, but it knows only Confusion as its main damaging move, and Dream Eater after putting it to fucking sleep. It's like, Like, you could get other you can get other Psychic moves. Granted, you can teach other Psychic moves. Including Psychic, obviously. But, like, if you're unlucky like me and you can't find TMs in the world, and you're just, like, want to blitz through a lot of it, and you think Moonblast is going to be enough, I also hate one thing in particular. It's the fact that it's not a fucking Psychic type, and it's like you're normal. You're normal flying. Why should I care about you? F. Your fucking final evolution goes only slightly above this bitch. But that's about it. Not using you for anything else, especially if someone can find other alternatives. I'm just still mad that it's not a Psychic Flying type. It's not that fucking hard. It's an owl. Anyways, Ambipom and its evolution. I'll be so blunt. I have used Ambipom like maybe 2 or 3 times, and I don't know what to place him in. Like, he's not a bad Pokemon. And his evolved version is interesting, but I don't see him being in a team of mine consistently. And out of a lot of monkey designs, this is my favorite. This is not my favorite monkey design because I don't like the creepy smiles, and like, I mean, it gets 2 hands. I actually like its Delta form in like Insurgents, but this one, I'll give it a benefit of the doubt. I'll put him in D tier, and I'll give his evolution low C. Girafarig. This is a normal psychic type, I forgot. I think Girafarig gets an alternate form as well. Like, yeah, there's an alternate form of him. I could be completely wrong. Oh no, he gained an evolution, so I'm able to do it. I don't learn Twin Beam. I do like the design of his form that he gets in Alola. Not Alola. Paldea. And he becomes a psychic menace that he was always meant to be. But, like, does that mean I will like this giraffe anymore? Girafarig on his own. And maybe D tier. Good D tier. His evolution. Where is it? I know you're here, you little bastard. There it is. I've actually used this a few times, and I actually can say it's actually not that bad. And I also like its design, personally. So I will put it in B tier. Alright, Dun Sparse, and it has its evolved form. I'm putting it in D. Like, only slightly above Ambipom. Because I believe Dun Sparse is like now, what? Oh yeah, it becomes 2 segment and then 3 segment. And does it change in stats at all? No, it doesn't. It just gets longer. And like, does it gain any abilities because of that? Because I've never used the Never used this bitch, Dun Sparse. But I heard he was not the worst Pokemon on the list. But that being said, I can only like put him in like the same category, like maybe C tier, slightly above Ambipom and Pidgeot, Pidgey as well. I just never see myself using it. The Ursaring line. Now, this is the type of Pokemon I want to see. I like the bear Pokemon surprisingly well. That being said, Teddiursa I actually like in the early game more than a lot of the other early game Pokemon, but not enough like in comparison to Sparrow. Teddiursa, on the other hand, is going to definitely be in the high B tier for me because I had a Teddiursa in one run of mine. Sweeps teams if you know how to build them. Ursaring is just monstrous. But then there's Ursaring's 2 other forms. And of course I gotta at least rank these 2. Hey Music Bot, would you like to not? Would you like to not? There we go. Anyways, there's 2 other forms. The ones that get even higher on this list. So where are they? There it is. There's Ursaluna. Yes, boy. And of course there's Blood Moon, which I'm sorry, the design on Blood Moon alone is just it's just peak. And I kind of have to put it right here. Like, damn. You didn't have to go this hard. Ursa Ring. Especially with Ursaluna, and then you just see Blood Moon Ursaluna. And it's like a different beast, too. It still has this normal ground typing. I like the fact with the physical base, but the special attack base is interesting. And it's like, building a Blood Moon Ursa Ring is kind of fun for me. I actually love sweeping with Blood Moon. It's just a treat, to say the very least. Stantler, and then we're going to have to grab his evolutionary counterpart. High F, to say the very least. I'm sorry, but it looks like a butt. It looks like a butt with a butt. As his Husarian form, if I can find it, I might be a little blind. Here it is. It gets a Psychic addition, so I can't say it's as worse. I would say it'd actually be pretty high up there because, especially in Legends Arceus, he is very useful as a mount, but I'm only going to put him as high as right here. Actually, no. High D. Basically C. Smeagol. It's funny seeing people sweep with this guy. But I'm only putting him in B tier. And that's because he can basically copy any moves, any set. He can be anything. I like the idea of an artist Pokemon. I feel like they could have done more with Smeagol. Like, he's not a bad one. He's not bad. I've seen better concepts worked well. Milk Tank. Here's the thing, Miltank isn't bad. He's actually terrifying in a lot of cases, but I can't say he's better than some of the Pokemon in B tier. But again, I can't also say he's godly in other Pokemon tier. I think I gotta give the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna put Miltank in B tier, but above Wigglytuff. Gen 1 was a trip, and it terrifies a lot of us to this day. Rip our first rip our Cyndaquil, man. Rip our fucking Cyndaquil, but it's also terrifying because it got a lot of stall strats and everything. Alright, we get to Lanoon line next. I'll be so blunt when I say this. F tier for Zigzagoon. Low E for regular like Zigzagoon. So low tier for Zigzagoon, and then low tier for Leon. Leonin? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like them. I really don't. I think they're supposed to represent a sloth, but they're also like a bit of badger, but like it's weird. I also don't like the fact that with this Pokemon, it's like they're their version of a normal Pokemon you're gonna use for a TM slave. Now, this one on the other hand, I will give this one slightly better props because it got more of a Rockstar motif. And I will put it above fucking this, as the Linoone actually goes much harder. Again, rocker motif. That one works a lot better than just badger. It's a rocker badger. And because let's get Obstagoon. And I'll be so blunt, I actually like Obstagoon. Not enough to put him in like S tier or A tier or B tier, but a good C. Maybe like around Tauros. I know you're my favorite, but you have to step aside. Obstagoon's actually surprisingly good. He's also really good when it takes damaging tanks and hits, and I just love it. Is he really shit with physical fighting types? Yeah, but like this one I kind of give it the exception because he just looks so cool. He gets this high not just because of the fact his moveset is but I do like the Brocker motif, and he can take a hit, honestly. Swallow. I actually don't hates Swallow. I believe this is Swallow. Or is it Talon? I don't want to mess this up. Yeah, Swallow and Talon. They're basically supposed to represent the next bird gen, and this isn't like hard to see why. I actually kind of used one for a long time on, but I will be so blunt. I can only give it a good D tier, like right around here. And its evolved form, I will give it C tier because it can be very devastating if people are not prepared for Swallow. Like right around here. Good job, Swallow. Alright. Now we're gonna go for the one Pokemon that people are going to obviously see fucking coming. So, here we are with the Sloth. The actual Sloth. Like right there. He's just a vibe, but not my kind of vibe. His evolved form, on the other hand, is a lot better, but not by much. And then... yeah, I'm sorry. Slack King is not slacking. He is scary, man. He is scary. I've been afraid to fight against the Slack King the last time. And the terrifying thing is, if you double battle him, you're fucked. You're just fucked. You find something that lets you switch abilities, and you give him the ability to get power-up punch, you're fucked. Like, Iron Fist, power-up punch, you're fucked. I have seen my teams have been massacred. I've seen other people's teams get massacred. He is terrifying, to say the very least. Alright, next. Loudon, you little shit. I do not like you. But I cannot put you under the rats. So I'll put you under these rats instead. Yeah, you are so terrible to use at the start. Your friend's only slightly better. And by slightly, I mean he's in a different category ahead of you. Like, right around here. I actually save him up to use for Explosion because I like the whole sound-based move, and he reminds me so much of a different kind of Pokemon. Like a barnacle on his head, and he's just like big, loud. His entire thing is being loud. I personally like using him, honestly. Oh, look. You already know your fate because you know what's gonna happen. Yeah, as much as I give the rats shit, this is literally just shit. And no one can blame me. No one can blame me. Like, look at it. It's just on a ball bouncing because it knows it's not going to do anything strong or capable in its life. Okay, Skitty and Delcatty. Skitty actually kind of gets some high graces for me, but not a lot. I do like cats. Not my favorite cat, but I like cats. D tier. Delcatty! I can't... kind of will just put it next to it. I'll be so blunt. When I used Delcatty, I kind of traded them out. I didn't really care afterwards. It's only because of the fact with the like, dude, you really saved up all this time just to be like a pampered cat, like one of those cats that you see like your one aunt from New York have, who has their own like fur coat and everything, which is kind of fucked up to think about. Like they're skitty, kind of adorable, then its evolved form is like, you just look like a rich aunt's pet. Yuzuba, did I finish? No, no, no. You go back to being played, you piece of shit. Or I'll can stab you. See, threatening with violence. Spinda. I don't like Spinda. It has hustle and it's like not that great. And it's like, yeah, it's spinning. Okay, I'll be so blunt. What the fuck is Spinda? I mean, if some people's minds it's kind of cute, in my mind it's not cute. It's kind of mid. Its moveset's okay, but hustle ruins a lot of it. I don't know. I just never really liked Spinda. Its entire gimmick is it's a dizzy Pokemon. Okay, so while Swallow is here, its evolved form is a dragon flying type. So do we count this? Because of the fact that it's normal flying, even though for some reason its evolved form, it's a dragon flying type. I think we're gonna count this, which is okay by me, because D tier, but like slightly high D tier, like not too high, but like somewhere around here. I can't say it's bad. I do like the whole fact that its wings are made of like cloud-looking things. It's like a little Tweety bird, and I like that. But like, let's be honest, you're waiting for the evolution. What can I say about this one? It was a wasted potential Pokemon that looks like a Digimon. It could have had an evolve evolution. It could have looked badass fuck. But it's kind of just there. It kind of looks like a Digimon, honestly. That being said, I can't say it's awful. Probably like maybe good C tier. Maybe like around here. Honestly, it could be a really good Pokemon if it wasn't for it looked like a Digimon and it's just like had a little C marking. Little creature with a fucking tit. You think I was gonna put that anywhere above? No. You're lucky I'm even putting you above Hoot Hoot. Your entire gimmick is you're the weather Pokemon, but you look like Casper just basically decided to get a pair of tits. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. Kecleon. High E. I actually like the idea of a chameleon Pokemon switching its typing based on its move that it uses. That being said, not the biggest fan, personally. I don't know. I've never been a fan of Pokemon, like, based on certain reptiles and chameleons. They're cool, but, like, Alright, we got the Star Boy. Staraptor line. And I'm gonna be so blunt. The first boy gets in D tier, but he goes like right around here. Then the next boy goes into B tier because I actually like its Metal Evolution, and that's around here. Its final boy goes in S tier above Snorlax. Now, Staraptor should have been a flying fighting type. I will agree with a lot of people on that. That being said, holy hell is this Pokemon monstrous. It's like terrifying on how much I love using this Pokemon every time I catch one. And it's like really fun to use every time. Especially when I play Pokemon Showdown because people are never expecting the bird. Bidoof. I'm gonna have to make a new tier. 1 second. Oh. Okay, let me fix this. It's a scuff stream like usual. So yeah, your rightful place, my lord. Your rightful place, my lord. The one of many god Pokemon to exist, right next to the other god we'll get to soon. Yeah, I see you. I see you staring at me. But yeah, the Sabidoof has been a legend in the community. At the very least, I need to give it god status. Same can't be said about the Barrel, who's a normal water type. E. Barrel kind of actually uses a lot of its usefulness, honestly. Like right here. The Banary line. Now, I promised one of my friends I would be honest with them about the Banary line. So I'll be honest with them. Banary's cute. I like bunnies. They're adorable. Then they go to the sexual route. I don't like that anymore. And then they go super sexual because they decided to give him fucking leggings. Like, what? So let's start with Banary. They get C tier. They're cute. I like them. Not as cute as Teddy Ursa, though. Banary. Low B tier. It's Mega. Only above it. I'm being fair with this because, truthfully speaking, the Banary line is not the worst line out there. I'll be honest. I like Banary in the terms of use of Pokemon fights. I hate what the internet has done with them. And I hate how someone on Team Pokemon thought it'd be a good idea for the Mega Evolution of Banary of all Pokemon should look like this. Why? Why? That being said, I can't say it's a bad Pokemon. I really can't. Oh, hey! You... one that's probably only above this. And your evolved form does get to go to C tier, but like... only right there. Perugly is literally just the definition of, instead of that one aunt that's from New York, it's the one aunt from like Seattle. This cat, the fat fucking cat that basically can't even walk anymore. They basically just slump. But their damage output and their damage intake is surprisingly good, so I can give it that. But as the name suggests, this bitch ugly. It genuinely looks disgusting. Right. I can't say anything bad about this, but I can't say anything good about this. Truthfully, I can at least confidently say this is at least above right there. Like, right around there is a good... like, middle of the middle road. Chatot's not that bad. Regigigas. Oh, we're moving into legendaries already in a lot of Pokemon? Sick. Regigigas. Another A tier Pokemon? I mean... right around... actually, no. More like right in here. If you can wait out with Regigigas, he's a nightmare to deal with, and I love it. He's one of the few legendaries I can tolerate, only because I also like his design. Arceus. It's about damn time we got here. Arceus, the god of all Pokemon. The legends of legends. I've even made a god tier list. A god tier. I think you're in B. I'll put you in high B, though. I'll be honest on why I say this. Arceus, you have such an insanely scary moveset. All your stats are neutral, so you can go for any run. And you are literally the mythological being that is God. But I am so sick of you. Like, I am so sick of seeing you in game. You're not a bad Pokemon. Far from it. You're actually one of the best. I mean, as expected by God. And your game Legends Arceus is really good. But, like... I'm sorry. I'm so sick of the God motif and the fact that you're spammed everywhere. Hell, so much spammed. I think you're in, like... 3 in one person's teams in Showdown every time I play. High B, though, because you are relatively good. It's just, I am so sick to death of seeing you. Like, deadass. Patrat. And it's a Evolved Form Watchdog. Now we go to Gen 5. My gen. My personal favorite gen. I'll be so blunt. Patrat's kind of E tier, personally, like its first form. And Watchdog is only gonna be slightly better. I will say, though, it's at least high E. As its final form, I will put it above you. To say the very least. Now, you look at this dog and tell me it does not belong in fucking D tier, actually. I'm sorry, but I like dogs. This one gets not as high appraisal. It's not even above Watchdog, honestly. I like its other evolutions more. Personally, I like the middle evolution the best, because I do like the whole idea of this dog looking like he's a detective dog, and he's really cool looking, and he's cute. Like, right around here. And his final evolution just looks like a beautiful Great Dane with his massive mane. And I'm actually going to put this one in B tier, but like high B as well. Like right around here. More middle road, honestly. I just like the bite moves and everything, and the fact that it's like one of my favorite kind of dogs. And the last form just looks like a great old dog, wisdom and all. Pheasant. Oh my god. I will say this. It's not the worst bird out there. Bit of is probably gonna go for me E, but like right around here. Then this next one gets above into D, but like not as high, but like somewhere around here. Its final evolution on Pheasant, I'm only going to choose the best design out of the two, which is this one, is only going to be in low C. I have other better flying types at this point. Like you'll see my preferred flying types when the flying type run comes out. That flying type thing comes out. I don't know. And it gets a mega evolution. And it's supposed to be based on audio because it's audio. On and on. Ha da na na na. Ha 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 ha. I'll give it high E. This mega gets semi-high. I never liked Audino. And that's just because of the fact I don't think I like its design. I don't think it's an awful Pokemon in comparison to a lot of other Pokemon, but like, yeah. Husilian Zoroark, my son. You have to go to B tier. Because I love the design of the first one. It reminds me so much of a yokai. And of course, your other evolution has to go in at least a high A. Like, right here. Like, genuinely speaking, high A for this. Because it's a ghost normal type. There's not really a lot of those, or any at all, if I remember correctly. Actually, before I forget, like, right around here. Yeah. Like, it has so much of a yokai style design, and I love the red and white, because you see too much red and black, and it's like, I'm sick and tired of seeing that. It's like every edgelord's favorite colors, and it's like, red and white is like so fucking fire. Reminds me in a lot of Tranquility with koi fish in a lot of way, but also with yokai in a lot of other traditional senses. Anyways, Munchino, and these are supposed to be the chinchilla Pokemon. And I like this as well. This is like cute Pokemon. Obviously D tier because, well, of course it's chinchilla, but like, let's say above fur in cuteness. And as for its second evolution, this Pokemon isn't actually half bad, and I'll actually put him in C tier. But like, a little bit above, like there. Only because of the fact I do really like the cozy, comfy vibe with it. Now we got the deer, which all of them are normal grass types. I'll just be choosing my personal favorite form of it, just to keep things fair. And so this doesn't become difficult because of, seasons. But I'm actually a fan of the autumn season one. Because with spring, it's a little too... not as interesting. It's pink, if you like pink, but not my preferred cup of tea. Winter is just basically a standard deer. And summer just looks like a tree growing up. But autumn is my personal favorite because I like the red tree motif, essentially. That being said, like right around here. And only you get like D tier. Like, above Watchdog at the very least. But in case people want to know my rankings for which I think I like the most, last place is gonna be spring, third place is summer, and second place is winter. I just really like fall. Bovine. I don't know how to feel about you. Deadass, I'm not even gonna lie to you. You're like a normal bull. You're got interesting design to you because you do have a lot of representation for certain bulls that are kept their manes like nice and ridgy and fluffy. But I can't put you anywhere above C. High D at the very least. Like right around here. Now this boy, on the other hand, this one's supposed to basically represent an eagle. And I love eagles in a lot of sense. They're actually pretty fucking sick. As for the baby boy, unfortunately, baby boy has to go very low, but not too low. I can put him in C tier, above Chaton. As for the best boy, another A tier, above Doduo. Only because I love the strats you can use with him more. Really good physical attacker, really good to go in. And I love his human form too, but like, he's really great. Meloetta. It's 2 forms. I believe it has a different gimmick for each form. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, switching from light to dark is like eye pain. Yeah, one's normal psychic, one's normal fighting. So the question is, do I like the normal psychic more or normal fighting mode? I'll be so blunt. I don't care for Meloetta at all. They're not bad as a Pokemon, but I can't put them anywhere like above B. Like, I would say good C tier. But I will tell you where I would say my rankings are. Meloetta goes in a high C for Psychic, mostly because I like the design more. As for its fighting form, lower end of the C. Like, maybe around here. Bunnelby. Bunnelby line. Like I said, I like rabbits. And this one has also fucked up the rabbit line. Why are we screwing up rabbits and making them either too ugly or too sexualized? Can someone explain this to me? Please? I want a rabbit that's like a fucking fire electric type that blitz all over the place. Not this dog shit. That being said, Bumblebee is cute. He'll go in a high D tier, like right around here. As for his second form, while it's good in combat, and I do like the fact that it's Diggersby, it's the whole fact that he looks like an average construction worker. He looks like several guys I know back in my day when I worked as a carpenter. Would be like right around there. Actually, no, a little bit right there. I can work with that. Normal ground is always an interesting combo. Do we have to judge Fletchling? Yes, we do. If we judge it Swallow, we have to judge Fletchling. And I think they go above Swallow. Because fuck yeah, they can. Oh, the Litleos. I love the Litleos. For a normal fire type, this is actually pretty high up there. I would actually have to say B tier with the Litleos. But like, for the baby, he goes down here. My personal favorite design, because I love the Emperor vibes with this. A tier, personally. Right around there. Damn, we're almost getting there. We're getting very close. Okay, music, but I'm about to chop off your goddamn fucking nuts. If you do not, resume playing. Thank you. Furfu, I think it is. This is basically the Pokemon you design. Does it have different typings based on how you worked on it? It does reduce physical damage. But it's like a fucking French poodle. It's like got some okay speed. Actually, some fairly decent speed now that I think about it. I think its typing changes, but could be wrong. Let me see. Where's Furfo? I just clicked on you, my guy. Yeah, it doesn't really change the typing. It just changes the fucking design, which I thought it would change the typing. That being said, I think I'll just choose my favorite design. And I do like the Anubis design the most. That being said, even with his Anubis design, he's only going in low D. Because it's like, it's a French poodle, and I'm actually not a big fan of French poodles. Personally. They're like, very snobby, very high maintenance, and I'm not a big fan of, like, big showy dogs. Helio-esque. Hello, buddy. You're basically just supposed to be a reptile that expands their necks. I forgot what you were called, but you deserve to be at least in C tier. No, actually, no. Low... yeah, C tier. Like, right around here. Your evolved form, on the other hand? That one's going in A. Right around here. You can tell I'm a Gen 5 fan. I love the whole Sun Team setup with this, and I really killed it when it comes to using Sun Teams. Sun Teams have been my favorite when it comes to normal runs, mostly because with Gen 5 I got these two boys. And I just loved it. Especially since it was a normal electric type, and it's an actual lizard I like. Alright, we got the Woodpecker crew. I think they're normal flying. Yeah, they're normal flying. Right? Yeah, the normal flying type. Okay, we'll start with the Woodpecker. Right ahead here. And then second evolution gets to go D tier, but not that high. It's like right around here. Oh no, like above that one. And then your final evolution, I actually like a lot. I've personally used it on my final team before. But that being said, I wouldn't put you above A. I'd say maybe like right around here. Just for my personal preference. You good boy. Love toucans. Alright, Gumshoe and Yangoose. They're supposed to represent meerkats. And I'll be so blunt. Yangoose is going down here because it just looks like an angry little shit, but still above the Raticate line. That being said, Gumshoe actually gets to go in C tier because I actually fucked with people by using Gumshoe. That being said, he's not going to be as high, but I will say like right here. Middle of the road. I've surprisingly loved using him with Bite, and he's really good with shutting down enemy comps. Beware line. Now, people know me. I like the bears. Big cuddly teddy bears are like adorable. They're fluffy, biggy, squishy. I love them. They're fluffy. So I'm gonna have some extreme bias. Big cuddly bear boy goes in B tier, but like above Litleo. As for the big boy, he's another S tier for me, but not as high like right here. He is a monster. He is terrifying. He is big. He looks like a Japanese mascot. I love him. He is big and squishy and beats the shit out of you because he's just terrifying. He's a normal fighting, I believe, or is a normal fairy. I forget. Normal fighting, thank you. Normal fighting monstrosity. Biggie swole. What we got next? Oh, the monkey. This monkey. So, interestingly enough, I don't hate this Pokemon. I actually think it's one of my more favorite monkey Pokemon. But not enough to put in like S tier or B tier. So I'll give him the high C because he's really good with doubles. Not good for much else though. Alright. Type Null and its evolution, which basically is similar to... I'm gonna be so blunt, I actually like this more than fucking Arceus. Because I like the design and I love Chimera designs the most. And this just screams Chimera to me. There's so much of it that screams it. And then when it evolves, it just keeps to it, but it looks more like a Silvery Phoenix. And that's why it's gonna go in A tier. Right around here. I love its design. And its usage in combat is surprisingly good. It's supposed to be an Arceus clone, which is weird to say because you're trying to clone God, but I think it's the better one because it's more obtainable. Let's see. We got the two unevolved Pokemon, starting with Kamola. Okay, it's deceptively useful. I will admit that. Fuck you, Quip! I just have preference in certain Pokemon more. I'm gonna put this koala, though, at least, like, above Baneri. Like, I'm just being true to myself. I really am. You're gonna hop in here You're gonna hop in here and try to be a bitch, aren't you? I feel like I'm just gonna hear donation for $10,000 to say, please put that bitch into S tier or we're going to smite you.
This is why Mom doesn't fucking love you!
I put him in this space and he left. Oh, fuck. You know what? Fine. because you're being a petty ass bitch about this. I do like Eevee. I've said this before. I like other Pokemon more. But I will do this just so I don't have to hear this nonsense. I will put him in S tier, but I will put him in low S tier. I'm not putting him any higher because that would mean he would have to be better than all these other Pokemon, and that would be too far for me. So I'll keep him in low S, but I'm not putting him anywhere higher. And I'm not changing my fucking mind. Anyways, let me get back to where I was. Anyways, Kamala, where were they put him? Alright, C tier. He's not awful. He's deceptively damaging, but I don't know, not a big fan of the koala design. Plus, there could be like a dozen other designs. Why does it have to be this little guy holding a tree stump? Like, he's not bad, but like... But yeah. As for Grandpa... E. He's a dragon normal type. I like old looking dragons, but this is too cartoony for me. When I see a dragon, I want it to be like fierce, dominated. And if it looks old, it like has to look like it's seen its years of time. This looks too cartoony for me. But I can't say it's awful. It is still a dragon type. Alright, the squirrel. And then your fat, chubby brother goes in B tier. I like the squirrel Pokemon. Big, fluffy, cuddly. He looks a little too goofy for me. The first evolution's so adorable. And then it evolves. And it's like, it looks like your cousin Frank. But it doesn't. It kind of looks like one of those cartoon fat guys. Of like, hey Tony, I'm walking here. We got some biscuits I can get from the fucking supermarket. It's like, because while people were saying that, we have the second god, Wooloo. Wooloo was another god for a while that a lot of people forgot about because they were shitting on fucking Gen A for a while. But what about its predecessor, Double? I'm pretty sure it's normal steel? No, it's just pure normal, but it's thick. I'm actually gonna put him in A tier, personally. But like, right around here. I don't know, I like sheep designs more. Sheep are really cool. Sheep are really fun. And Double is like a surprisingly good early game Pokemon to get, especially with Wooloo in the deck. Would I be using him constantly? Probably not. But I do appreciate its existence. Indini. This is a psychic normal type. Is it like 2 forms or is it like an evolution state? I forget. Let me see. Indini male, Indini female. That makes sense. It's supposed to be like the maid Pokemon. Housekeeper. But overall, I'll have to say it's not my favorite because it's not one to really care about. That being said, I will say it's at least higher than a lot of other Pokemon here. So, like, right around here. That seems fair. Hi, God number 3. So I'm only ranking them based on who's been the god longest, so I would say right around here. This looks fair. This looks fair. In terms of god status. And now, let's actually talk about the elephant in the room. Why is it looking at me like that? It's so creepy. I never liked that Pokemon, honestly. Alright, the mouse creatures. Let's be honest. The mouses are going to be in C tier just because they're cute. Right? Wrong, because as soon as you get to 3, then it becomes even cooler. And then it gets to 4, and then you just basically have a fucking another A tier Pokemon that is menacing to society. Because it's based on how many children it has. It's terrifying to think about. Come on, kids, we're gonna go abuse the local Pokemon wildlife now. Smoliv. I like Smoliv, it's so cute. But I gotta be so honest with myself, it's an E. And then its other one is also cute. It's so small and dainty. And I have to put that one in D tier. Like right around here. And then its next evolution goes in fucking F. I'm kidding. Suck, I'm actually being serious. High F though. I've never cared about its final evolution. It looks so much like a downgrade. Like, we get an olive-based Pokemon, and then this is what it's gonna look like? Really? Like a fern? Like, the other two were cute. That's why they get higher up here, but you look like a fern. And on top of that, you're also not even viable. Like, we thought we were getting something cool with you, but well, besides your special attack, you're slow as shit. You have a weird repertoire. And your move pool coverage doesn't save you in the slightest. You're staying in F. The Cockatree Birds. I think all it is they just change colors. There's nothing really anything about them. I guess the yellow and white ones get 2 different hidden abilities. But other than that, they don't really gain much. I don't know. I don't like the Pompadour. I will say my favorite is the green one, but that doesn't change much because he's not going any higher than fucking C. Actually, no, D more like it. Actually, no, F, no E. I'll say D, just to make it easier for myself. Like right there. And then we have 2 more. I actually use this Pokemon fairly often in my runs. So much so that I actually will have to give it A tier. It's kind of a cute ugly, if that makes sense. But I'm going to go with low A. I just like normal poison, and a lot of poison types have been a lot of interesting typings for me to use lately. And I think this is supposed to represent a lemur, which is interesting. I do also like the fact that this helped me carry through a lot of teams. Cyclizar. Actually, you're going in A tier as well. But actually above Chansey. And I'll explain why. Shed Tail is a terrifying ability, and it's not even Baton Pass. So you could still fucking fuck around with switching Pokemon. And I love it. Not to mention, I actually like its design a little bit. Lastly, we have to pretty much cut the stream. The turtle. I love turtle Pokemon. I think turtle Pokemon are cool. They can be very cute. And then right around here. I was so disappointed by this one. Because it's supposed to become a stellar type. It even has its own custom form, which is also going in fucking C tier. But, like, I do not like it. It's like okay, and it doesn't have enough moves to utilize its effectiveness. But I don't like it. It's okay. What do I think of its design? I think the design's nice. It's okay, even. It's Dynamax, not Dynamax. Its terrestrialization form is pretty cool. But I can't say anything else about it. It's okay. I I kind of wanted like a mythical turtle to be so cool, but I don't like it as much. It's okay. And like it's not like god tier or anything. It's okay. And I can't even believe I'm saying this. I like Dugsby more because it has a ground type usage. But this turtle's okay. Can't really say anything else other than it's okay. But yeah, as people can see, this is my finalized tier list. My top at the top, it has to be Mega Genghis Khan, with Genghis Khan obviously being aired by Chansey. Ditto. I love Snorlax to death. I just like bear Pokemon a lot more. Big, big heavy hitters, big tanky beefy boys. And those are like my personal favorites. With the last one being Esmeralda, because let's be honest, while you're not Raticate, you're not good either. Honestly, this was kind of more fun than I was expecting. I should definitely do the next typing, which is on my list. But before I go, you gotta understand my ranking for this one. Because, as I said in the beginning of the stream, I was going to rank my what I believe was what I believe is the most interesting, like where I would place it out of all 16 types. Is it 16 or 18? I just want to double check now because I was confident I said like 16, but now I'm not sure. Oh, 18. It is 18. Okay. But out of all the after all the consideration, where would I place normal types? Well, now that I know 16 is a number that I could put, I'm actually putting them in the following. The number for what I believe is the 15th best type Pokemon. It is not as great as it could be, but it is one of the higher HP scaling Pokemon. On top of that, this one not only has lore interesting Pokemon such as Arceus, Type Null, Regigigas, Ditto, Snorlax, but it also spawned several quote-unquote god Pokemon with Bidoof and Lechonk, and for a small time, Wooloo. And with that, normal type also have an interesting variety of coverage, ranging from some being goddamn terrifying to others being just, well, cute. I mean, normal, cute Pokemon typings. But I can't rank it any higher than 15 out of 18. And like 15th place out of the 18. Mostly because, well, truth be told, it's still a normal type. It has nothing it's good against, and it's resistant. I mean, it's immune to fucking ghost types, but it's weak against fighting types. While it knows one, it's still weak to the more common type and usage of movesets. And on top of that, normal moves aren't as strong. Sure, there's Facade and like Facade and Double Edge, but it's not as good as other typings and their movesets and everything. And with this, it's mostly meant to just represent, well, it's just normal. Like, these Pokemon don't have extremely crazy designs, other than a few exceptions. Some of them are just simple animals. Hell, some of them are just existing. Some of them are not terrible, some of them are not awful, but then you have, like, god tier shit, like, down here. It shows. Because normal type aren't supposed to be, like, the best of the best right away. It's supposed to be something that you can fight at the start. And I can't say it's a bad start to this because, well, I like normal types. Not to the extent where I'm going to say it's better than any other typings, except for I will say it's better than the 3 typings I have below it. But for what it is, I like it. Good overall. With that, I do thank you all for joining me on today's weird stream I did. Or anyone who did join. So I'm going to go ahead and head off for tonight. And I thank you all for watching. And I'll obviously post the results on Twitter. But you all have yourselves a wonderful day. Ta-ta for now.